Scarlet Witch sadly tells Magneto that many mutants, including iconic ones, like Beast and Nightcrawler, are dead. The Academy of Tomorrow in Chicago is destroyed, with only Angel surviving. Others like Emma Frost and Charles Xavier are confirmed dead. Mutants found in the Savage Land were tortured and killed. Scarlet Witch tells Magneto that terrible things happened because of him. A huge wave hit New York, killing over 1 million people. The Academy of Tomorrow was attacked by suicide bombers, who all look like one man. Many places like Eastern Europe and Wakanda are facing big problems, and there are suicide bombings happening in different countries. Magneto is being blamed for all these terrible events. Magneto grabs her by the throat and tells Mystique he's been trying to show the world a better way, but they see him as a terrorist. He insists he's not crazy. Mystique says she was just having fun, but Magneto has plans for her, and warns her not to let him down. James Madrox accuses Magneto of killing mutants, and betraying his own people. Magneto thinks Madrox, who can make copies of himself, has been creating a dangerous group of bombers. Magneto wants it to stop, but Madrox disagrees. Magneto compares himself to Noah from a Bible story, saying he will choose who lives and dies, to create a heaven on earth. Near the East River in Manhattan, Yellowjacket confront Blob to stay away from Janet, and Hawkeye replies to Hank, "Let me take the shot." Hank questions Blob about what Janet did to deserve this, emphasizing that she was perfect. Blob insists it was nothing personal, but Hank disagrees, stating that it was indeed personal. Hank reassures Janet that everything will be fine, expressing confidence in saving her, and wanting to be the hero. He suggests taking her to the Triskelion, for the necessary lab equipment to repair her. However, Hawkeye intervenes, stating that there's uncertainty about Hank's intentions, and firmly declaring that Janet is not okay, she's dead. In the sewers beneath New York City, that night, Wolverine discovers Kurt lying lifeless on the ground. In the aftermath of the crisis, Angel informs the X-Men that he found Henry and Allison a few blocks away, injured. Cyclops suggests regrouping at the mansion, once they find Kurt, but Angel decides to go after Magneto instead. Cyclops acknowledges the pain they all feel, but Angel, expressing deep despair, rejects any connection, stating he has nothing to live for. Wolverine interrupts a heated moment, urging the team to focus on their challenges without fighting amongst themselves. Angel insists on going after Magneto alone, but Storm emphasizes the need for unity, stating they'll require the combined strength of the X-Men, the Ultimates, and the Fantastic Four. Storm refuses to let Angel risk his life, reminding him that they all care for him. However, Jean Grey reveals that Professor Xavier, their best source of information on Magneto, is dead. In the mythical land of Valhalla, Thor and Captain America engage in a relentless battle against the army of Hela. Captain America expresses confusion about his presence there, and Thor clarifies that Valhalla is neither heaven nor hell. Thor promises Captain America that once their fight is over he will return home. Captain America expresses doubt about Thor's promise to return home, but acknowledges that doubting Thor is a bad idea. As they battle the remaining dead army, Thor calls out to Hela, the ruler of Valhalla, demanding her presence. Hela responds, stating that there's no need for Thor to raise his voice, because in her realm she is everywhere. Hela says Thor proved himself by defeating her army, so she returns his lost love. Thor questions her, mentioning Valkyrie is still dead. Hela reminds him of the price for leaving Valhalla, someone else must stay. Captain America volunteers, saying it might be his reason for being there. Thor hesitates, but Captain America insists, believing it makes sense for Thor and Valkyrie to be together. At the Triskelion in Lower Manhattan, Iron Man and Carol Danvers discuss the need for backup against a large threat. Iron Man questions Magneto's intentions, but Carol is focused on protecting the building, especially with Captain America in the hospital. Iron Man asks about the whereabouts of the rest of the Ultimates. Iron Man asks Hank what's going on, and Hank tells him to bring Janet inside. There's an important file, called the Jocasta Project, that needs attention, and Hank promises to handle the rest. Hank tells Tony to keep his distance, explaining that he's made many mistakes in his life, but this decision isn't one of them. He asks Tony to apologize to Janet for him and tells her that he loves her. Valkyrie is upset and confused on Liberty Island, telling Iron Man that Thor chose to stay in Valhalla. Iron Man questions how she got there, and Valkyrie shares that Thor sacrificed himself for her and Captain America. Iron Man doubts it, mentioning Captain America is in the Triskelion hospital. Valkyrie is sure it happened and declares she's going to kill Magneto for it. Captain America wakes up feeling confused. Captain America says he's back, but Hawkeye is upset that he stayed out of the action. Captain America reveals Thor sacrificed himself to save him. Then Hawkeye drops the news that Hank Pym, who didn't like Captain America, also died that night saving him. Captain America is confused, and Hawkeye explains it's because the woman they both loved is dead. Captain America says they need to get all the heroes together, because it's time to save the world. It shows he's calling for everyone to work together to face a big problem.